I married him to steal his money. The one thing I didn't plan for, actually falling in love with him. Sophia Martinez was a 28-year-old, beautiful and intelligent woman, but she was also a professional gold digger. For the past 5 years, she had been targeting wealthy men, getting into relationships with them, and stealing their money. This time, her target was Alexander Stone, 35 years old, one of the city's richest bachelors with a fortune of $500 million. This time will be different, said Marcus, Sophia's crime partner and the architect of their plans. You'll sign a marriage contract. If you stay married for 12 months, you'll get $10 million. Then you divorce and disappear. Sophia smiled. 10 million? Easy money. Be careful, Marcus warned. Alexander Stone isn't an ordinary man. He's very smart and suspicious. Don't worry. Sophia looked at herself in the mirror. No man can resist my charm. The plan was simple. Sophia would accidentally meet Alexander, pretend to fall in love with him, marry him, and after 12 months divorce him and disappear with $10 million. At least that was the theory. Sophia accidentally encountered Alexander at his favorite coffee shop. She dropped her books and made sure Alexander would help her. I'm sorry, Sophia said, pretending to be embarrassed. I'm so clumsy. Alexander smiled while collecting the books. No problem. Keynes's general theory? Interesting choice. Sophia rejoiced inside. Marcus had trained her well. She had memorized Alexander's interests, the books he read, even his favorite authors. I study economics, Sophia continued her lie. Keynes is my favorite economist. Mine too, Alexander looked with interest. Maybe we can discuss it someday. I'd love to, Sophia smiled with fake shyness. The first step had been taken. Alexander was beginning to fall into the trap. In the following weeks, Sophia organized coincidental encounters with Alexander. At art galleries, book fairs, classical music concerts, each time she appeared to be focused on Alexander's interests. You're really very cultured, Alexander said at dinner one evening. Very few people have such a broad perspective. Sophia smiled. I just love learning. You're very impressive too. Actually, Sophia knew nothing. Marcus had trained her for days. Which artists to mention, which music pieces to praise, which books to reference, everything was calculated. But what was strange was that the time she spent with Alexander was beginning to give Sophia pleasure. His intelligence, kindness, sincere laughter. She hadn't counted on any of this. Sophia, Alexander said one evening, I want to discuss something serious with you. Sophia's heart raced. Was this it? Was the marriage proposal coming? Sophia, I've been very impressed with you in this short time I've known you. Alexander spoke in a serious tone. But I want to be honest with you. I'm not a man looking for a traditional relationship. Sophia wasn't expecting this. What do you mean? I want to make you an offer. It might be a bit unusual. Sophia held her breath. Was this it? Will you marry me? Alexander suddenly asked. Yes, Sophia immediately responded, then paused. I mean, isn't this too sudden? That's why I said it was unusual. I'm offering you a contract, a 12-month marriage contract. Sophia pretended to be shocked. A contract? Yes. We'll get married, live together for 1 year. If we're not compatible, we'll divorce after 12 months. And you'll get $10 million. Sophia's mouth fell open. The plan was developing exactly as she wanted. This is very strange, Sophia pretended to hesitate. I know, but I'm a pragmatic man. I love you, but I believe marriage should also be approached like a business. Sophia was laughing inside. If Alexander knew how pragmatic he was, he'd be shocked. The next day, the contract was prepared through lawyers. Sophia met with Marcus. Perfect progress? Marcus said joyfully. Exactly as planned. Yes, Sophia smiled. In 12 months, I'll walk away with $10 million. Just be careful. Don't fall in love with him or anything. This is just business. Sophia laughed. Fall in love with him? Impossible. He's just an ATM machine to me. But even as she said this, there was a strange feeling inside her. Alexander's smile, his warmth, his kindness. Why couldn't she get them out of her mind? The contract was signed. Sophia was now officially Alexander Stone's wife, or at least on paper. Alexander's mansion was dazzling. 20 rooms, huge garden, pool, servants. Sophia had never seen such luxury in her life. Your home is magnificent, Sophia said admiringly. It's our home now, Alexander smiled. I hope you'll be happy here. The first week was strange. Sophia felt like she was lost in her role. Alexander really treated her like his wife, polite, affectionate, caring. Would you like to go out tonight? Alexander asked. I have a favorite restaurant. Sure, Sophia smiled. At dinner, Alexander talked with her about dreams, plans, the past. Sophia was lying on top of lies, but Alexander's sincerity was beginning to disturb her. You're really special, Sophia. Alexander held her hand. I'm lucky. Sophia's heart raced. This was just acting, right? As weeks passed, Sophia spent more time with Alexander. They cooked together, watched movies, read books. Alexander was very cultured, witty, and attractive. Sophia, I love making you laugh, Alexander said one evening. Your laugh is beautiful. Thank you, Sophia blushed. Was this real? Was she really blushing? When she met with Marcus, she shared these feelings. Sophia, what are you doing? Marcus was angry. This man is your target. You shouldn't fall in love. I'm not in love, Sophia defended. He's just a good person. A good person? You forgot about the $10 million? Sophia was confused. Was she really here just for money anymore? One night there was a severe storm. Sophia was afraid of lightning and ran to Alexander's room. Alexander, I'm scared, she whispered. Come here, Alexander hugged her. You're safe. In that embrace, Sophia felt her world change. Alexander's scent, body warmth, heartbeat, everything was so real, so sincere. Sophia, Alexander whispered, there's something about you. What? I love you. I really love you. Sophia's breath caught. I love you too. That night they kissed for the first time, and Sophia felt real love for the first time in her life. When morning came, Sophia was full of regret. What was she doing? She had come to scam this man and had fallen in love. Good morning, beautiful, Alexander said with a smile. Good morning, Sophia avoided eye contact. Last night was wonderful. I hope you don't regret it. No, I don't, Sophia said decisively, and surprisingly, she really didn't regret it. But when she met with Marcus, reality hit her in the face. Sophia, time is passing. It's been 6 months. Don't forget the plan. What plan? What if the plan changes? Sophia hesitated. What do you mean? What if I really fell in love with him? Marcus looked angrily. In love, Sophia, he's just an ATM machine. Don't forget the $10 million. But Marcus. No buts. Either you follow the plan or I'll handle it another way. Sophia was scared. She had to take Marcus's threats seriously. One day, a beautiful woman came to Alexander's mansion. Elena Rodriguez, Alexander's ex-girlfriend. Hello, Alexander, Elena smiled. I've missed you. Elena? Alexander was surprised. What are you doing here? I came to talk to you. I'm very sorry I left you. Sophia felt jealous watching Elena. This woman was really beautiful and knew Alexander. Elena, I'm married now, Alexander said. Meet Sophia. Elena looked at Sophia. Ah, the famous wife. She looks very young. Sophia felt uncomfortable. There was suspicion in Elena's eyes. You got married very suddenly, Elena continued. Very romantic, but also a bit suspicious. What do you mean? Alexander frowned. Nothing, Elena smiled. I'm just surprised you fell in love so quickly. That night, Sophia was worried. Elena suspected something. Elena began investigating Sophia. She hired a private detective, examined her past, and soon she learned Sophia's true identity. Alexander, Elena called. I need to talk to you urgently. Elena, about Sophia. I know who she is. Alexander was shocked. What do you mean? Sophia Martinez isn't her real name. She's Sophie Martin, a professional gold digger. She's scammed 6 different wealthy men in the last 5 years. Alexander's world collapsed. No, that's impossible. I have proof, photos, bank records, statements from her former victims. Alexander hung up the phone. Did he want proof? He would go home and interrogate Sophia. When Alexander returned home, he found Sophia in the living room. Beautiful, innocent, loving Sophia. Had she really lied to him? Sophia, I need to talk to you, Alexander said in a serious tone. Sure, what happened? Sophia asked worriedly. Who are you? Sophia froze. What do you mean? What's your real name? Sophia Martinez, you know. No. Alexander shouted. Deckfredis, your real name is Sophie Martin, and you're a con artist. Sophia's face turned ashen. She was caught. Alexander, I can explain. Explain then. The 10 million contract? Was this just a scam? Sophia began to cry. It was at the beginning, but what? But I fell in love with you. I really fell in love. Alexander laughed bitterly. In love? You're a professional liar. Which of your words are true? All of them. My love for you is real. I trusted you, Sophia. I loved you. I love you too, Alexander. This is real. But Alexander no longer believed her. Sophia left the house crying and met with Marcus. "Everything's over," she cried. "Alexander found out everything." "Good," Marcus said coldly. "Now we can complete the plan." "What plan? Everything's over." "No, it's not. We'll get the money from Alexander and more than $10 million. How? Blackmail. He has secrets too. Tax evasion, illegal business deals. I know everything." Sophia was shocked. "No, Marcus, we won't harm him." "Oh, you really fell in love with him?" Marcus mocked. "Too bad, because either you come with me or I'll expose you." Sophia was trapped. Marcus called Alexander. "Mr. Stone, I need to talk to you." "Who are you?" "Sophia's partner, and I have information about some of your secrets." Alexander froze. "What do you want?" $20 million. Otherwise, I'll leak tax evasion documents to the press. "You." "Sophia is also involved in this. She's a very good actress, isn't she?" Alexander's heart broke. So Sophia was still scamming him. That night, Sophia secretly entered Alexander's mansion. She had to find him, tell him the truth. "Alexander," she knocked on the door. "Go away." Alexander said in a pained voice, "Please listen to me. I'll tell you everything about Marcus." "Which lie?" "The truth. My love for you is real, and Marcus is threatening me." Alexander opened the door. His eyes were red. "Sophia, I don't know how to trust you anymore. Don't trust me, but know this. I love you. I'm ready to leave everything behind and stay with you." "What about the $10 million? I don't want it. I only want you." Hope sparkled in Alexander's eyes. Was Sophia telling the truth? "We need to make a plan to stop Marcus," Sophia said. "What do you suggest? He has a criminal past too. We can turn him into the police. But he might expose you too." "I don't care. Nothing is more important than you." Alexander looked into Sophia's eyes. This time, she seemed sincere. "Okay," Alexander said, "but we'll do it together." Sophia smiled. For the first time, they were like a real team. The next day, they arranged a meeting with Marcus. Sophia would wear a hidden microphone and record Marcus's confessions. "Marcus, did you get the money?" Sophia asked. "Not yet, but Alexander is desperate. He'll pay." "What if he goes to the police?" "He won't, because you're guilty too. We'll rot together." Marcus was exposing himself. Sophia was recording everything. "Marcus, what if I really love Alexander?" "You don't love him. You only love money, like all of us." "What if I want to run away with him?" "Then I'll kill you," Marcus said threateningly. This last statement was needed. Now they had a recording to bring down Marcus. Alexander had called the police. When Marcus made his blackmail, the police were waiting. "Marcus Thompson, you're under arrest," the police officer said. "What? This is a trap. Blackmail, threats, fraud, it's a long list." Marcus looked angrily at Sophia. "You sold me out." "No, I did the right thing." As Marcus was being taken away, he shouted, "This isn't over, Sophia. I'll find you." But it was too late. Marcus was in prison. Now only Sophia and Alexander remained. They had to have a real conversation. "Sophia, tell me the truth. Don't hide anything." "Okay," Sophia took a deep breath. "At the beginning, I really came to scam you. I married you for $10 million. Alexander listened painfully. "But then I fell in love with you. Really fell in love. I didn't plan this. How can I be sure? Cancel the contract. I don't want the money. I just want to stay with you." Alexander was surprised. "Are you really giving up $10 million? "Yes, because you're worth more than everything." This was proof that Sophia was sincere. No one would say no to $10 million. "Sophia, if we really want to start over, we need to clean everything up." "What do you mean?" "We'll cancel the contract. We'll meet again, this time with your real names, your real characters." Sophia smiled. "My real name is Sophie Martin. I'm 28 years old. I didn't go to university. I come from a poor family. And I love you. I'm Alexander Stone. I'm 35 years old. I'm a businessman, but sometimes loneliness eats me up. And I love you too." For the first time, they were being honest, and it was beautiful. Elena came again to call Alexander. "Alexander, did you send that woman away?" "No, Elena. Sophia is staying with me, but she's a con artist." "Not anymore. She's changed." "People don't change, Alexander. She'll deceive you again." "Elena, I've made my decision. I love Sophia." Elena left angrily, but Alexander didn't care anymore. With Sophia by his side, he didn't need anyone else. "Sophie, I want to know about your past, your real past." Sophie hesitated. "It's very shameful." "Tell me anyway." "My father left me when I was 5. My mother worked 3 jobs. I ran away from home at 16. I lived on the streets. Marcus found me, taught me this business. Alexander's heart ached. Sophie had such a difficult life. Why did you trust Marcus? Because I was hungry and desperate. He promised me a home, security, but he just used me. You're safe now, Sophie. Safe with me. Sophie began to cry. No one had ever looked at her like this. Alexander's brother David was worried about Sophie. Alexander, are you sure? This woman had scammed you. David, people can change. What if she deceives you again? She won't. I trust her. But the family business isn't important. Sophie is important. David understood that Alexander's decision was final. He had to accept Sophie. 6 months later, Alexander proposed to Sophie again, but this time it was different. Sophie Martin, will you marry the real me? The real me? Yes, poor, troubled, imperfect, but beautiful-hearted Sophie Martin. Sophie began to cry. Yes, of course, yes. This time it was a real marriage, full of love, trust, and hope. The wedding was small but intimate. Even Sophie's mother came. She hadn't seen her mother in years. Mom, let me introduce Alexander. He's very handsome, daughter. But does he make you happy? Very happy, Mom. Very much. Alexander approached Sophie's mother respectfully. You have a wonderful daughter. I love her very much. Take care of her, son. She's been through a lot. I promise. Marcus, released from prison, returned for revenge. He couldn't accept Sophie's happiness. Sophie, you sold me out. Marcus, go away. I'm not the old Sophie anymore. Ha! You'll always be the same. A con artist. Alexander intervened. There's a restraining order, Marcus. Leave before I call the police. This isn't over, Marcus left shouting. But Sophie wasn't afraid of him anymore. With Alexander by her side, she was safe. Elena finally began to accept Sophie. Sophie, I misjudged you. It's okay, Elena. I would have been suspicious too if I were in your place. Alexander really loves you, and you love him too. Yes, I love him very much. Then we can be friends. Sophie smiled. Finally, she was being accepted. Alexander and Sophie built a new life. Sophie enrolled in university. Alexander supported her. I really want to study, Sophie said. Of course, you're very intelligent. You'll succeed. What if I can't succeed? It doesn't matter if you succeed. What matters is that you try. Sophie felt her real worth for the first time. A year later, they celebrated their first real marriage anniversary. Sophie, I was very happy this year. Me too, Alexander. I experienced real love for the first time. For the first time? Yes. All my previous relationships were fake. You're real. You're real to me too, Sophie. The most real thing. They kissed each other. This kiss was the kiss of real love. 2 years later, Sophie gave big news. Alexander, I want to tell you something. What happened, beautiful? I'm pregnant. Alexander was shocked, then hugged Sophie with joy. Really? Yes, we're going to have a baby. This is wonderful. Perfect, Sophie smiled. I was afraid of how you'd react. Why would you be afraid? You're my wife. This will be our baby. Sophie cried with happiness. Now she would have a real family. In the 6th month of pregnancy, someone from Sophie's past appeared, a former victim. Are you Sophie Martin? The elderly woman asked. Yes, I'm Sophie, but now I'm Sophie Stone. You scammed my son. You stole $50,000. Sophie's face turned ashen. Alexander was standing beside her. I'm sorry, Sophie said shamefully. I'm very sorry for what I did back then. Sorry doesn't bring back the money, Alexander intervened. What money? How much? 50,000, the elderly woman cried. My son's entire savings. Alexander looked at Sophie. Sophie, is this true? Sophie hung her head. Yes, Marcus forced me. I'm very ashamed. Without thinking, Alexander wrote a check. $50,000 plus interest, $75,000. The elderly woman was surprised. Are you really giving it? Yes. Sophie is someone else now, and we must pay this debt. Sophie looked at Alexander with grateful eyes. He wasn't judging her, he was supporting her. Alexander found all past victims and returned their money. He paid a total of $2 million. Why are you doing this? Sophie asked. Because I love you, and you need to make peace with your past. This is a lot of money, Alexander. Money doesn't matter. You matter. Let our conscience be clear. Sophie had a truly clear conscience for the first time. All debts were paid. Alexander's brother David was still worried. Alexander, you gave $2 million. This is too much. David, you do everything for the one you love, but the company cost. The company makes money, David, but I can't find such a woman a second time. David finally understood. Alexander was really in love. 9 months later, Sophie gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. They named her Emma. She's so beautiful, Sophie said, looking at her baby. She takes after her mother, Alexander smiled. I hope she doesn't experience my past. She won't, Sophie. We'll give her a beautiful life. Sophie was hopeful about the future, looking at Emma. This baby was her new beginning. When Emma was 6 months old, Marcus appeared again. This time, he was more dangerous. Sophie, you ruined me. Marcus, go away. I have a baby. I don't care. You ruined my life. Marcus tried to attack Sophie, but Alexander arrived. Stay away from her. Alexander knocked Marcus down. Police came and arrested Marcus again. This time, he got a longer sentence. We're safe now, Alexander comforted Sophie. Is Emma safe? Yes, beautiful. We're all safe. 5 years passed. Sophie finished university and started working. Emma was a beautiful 5-year-old girl. Mom, how did you meet Dad? Emma asked. Sophie looked at Alexander. What would she say? Emma, sometimes life gets very complicated, but what matters is love. Do you love each other? Very much, Alexander answered. Then I'm happy, Emma smiled. Sophie was relieved. Emma didn't know about the past yet, and she didn't need to know. Sophie's mother got sick and died. Sophie was very sad. My mother never forgave me, Sophie cried. Why? Because I could never be a daughter to make her proud. Sophie, you're a wonderful daughter, a wonderful mother, a wonderful wife. Do you really think so? I know so. You're a strong and brave woman. Sophie found comfort. Alexander's opinion was enough for her now. Sophie got pregnant for the second time. This time they were expecting a baby boy. This is wonderful, Alexander said joyfully. 2 children. Can we handle it? Of course. You're a wonderful mother, Sophie. What if Emma gets jealous? She won't. She's a very kind-hearted girl. Emma was very happy about her brother. Let's name him James. Why James? Sophie asked. Because it's a strong boy's name. Sophie smiled. Emma was a very smart girl. When James was born, Alexander was very happy. My son! My son! He's your son, Alexander. And my son. Our son, Sophie. Our beautiful family. Sophie cried with happiness. Now she had a complete family. When James turned 2, Sophie and Alexander evaluated their lives. Sophie, did you ever regret it? What? Giving up fraud and staying with me. Sophie laughed. Never. You were my best decision. I never regretted forgiving you either. Forgiving wasn't easy. No, it wasn't. But love makes everything possible. Sophie kissed Alexander. This kiss was like a summary of their 8-year marriage. Elena came to visit. Now she was a real friend. Sophie, you've changed so much. How? You look much happier, much more real. I learned to be real, Elena, thanks to Alexander. He's very lucky, so are you. Yes, we were both very lucky. Elena played with Emma and James. Now she was a family friend. Alexander offered Sophie a job at the company. But I'm just a university graduate. You're very intelligent, Sophie. You'll succeed. What if employees learn about my past? If they learn, it doesn't matter. You're someone else now. Sophie started working and was very successful. Her natural intelligence and hard work paid off. Emma was bullied at school. Her friends told her that her mother was a con artist. Mom, are my friends telling the truth? Sophie looked at Emma with an aching heart. Emma, what do you think? I love you, Mom. Your past doesn't matter. Sophie hugged Emma tightly. You're a very smart girl, Emma. Dad loves you too. That's enough. Sophie cried with happiness. Her daughter loved her unconditionally. On the weekend, they went on a family picnic. Alexander, Sophie, Emma, and James. Dad, are we a happy family? Emma asked. The happiest family, Emma, because we love each other. Then why does Mom sometimes get sad? Alexander looked at Sophie. Because your mom is very kind-hearted. Sometimes she thinks about the past and gets sad. But the past is the past, right? Yes, Emma. What matters is now. Emma kissed Sophie. Mom, don't be sad anymore. We're here. Sophie's eyes filled with tears of happiness. On their 10th wedding anniversary, Alexander prepared a surprise for Sophie. Close your eyes, Sophie. Sophie closed her eyes. Alexander took her to the garden. Open your eyes. When Sophie opened her eyes, she saw 10 years of happiness written in the garden. Alexander, this is beautiful. 10 years ago, you entered my life. It was my best 10 years. Mine too, Alexander. You changed me. No, Sophie. You were already beautiful. I just noticed. They danced, just like their first nights. When Emma turned 16, she had become a very mature girl. Mom, I know your whole story. Sophie was surprised. How did you learn? I researched. I was curious. And what do you think? I'm proud. You're a very strong woman. Strong? Yes, you came out of a bad life and became a good person. That's very hard. Sophie hugged Emma tightly. Her daughter understood her. James, at 10, had to write about family history for a school project. Mom, how should I write it? Write the truth, James, the reality. Won't you be ashamed of me? No, son, you always make us proud. James prepared a beautiful project titled My Mother's Transformation. His teacher liked it very much. Your mother is a very brave woman. James was proud. His mother was really brave. Sophie turned her experiences into a book. She titled it Second Chance. Are you really going to publish it? Alexander asked. Yes, maybe it will inspire others. What about criticism? I don't care. I want to write the truth. The book sold very well and received very positive reactions. Sophie became a motivational speaker. Marcus got sick and died in prison. When Sophie heard the news, she was sad. Why are you sad? Alexander asked. I don't know, maybe because he was like a victim too. You're very kind-hearted, Sophie. Marcus led me astray, but he was also an unhappy man. Sophie went to Marcus's funeral. She said goodbye to her past one last time. 20 years later, Sophie and Alexander had aged happily. Emma and James had grown up and started their own families. Sophie, did you ever imagine you'd live such a life? Never. I always thought I'd remain a bad person. So, people can change. They can change with love, Alexander. You changed me. You were already ready to change. I just gave you the opportunity. Sophie held Alexander's hand. Thank you. For what? For everything. For forgiving me. For loving me. For trusting me. I thank you, Sophie. You're the most beautiful gift of my life. They watched the sunset together. 2 hearts. 1 love. 1 life. I married him to steal his money. The one thing I didn't plan for, actually falling in love with him. And this was the most beautiful mistake of my life.